So in a way, I'm trying to teach the students creativity and to give them the confidence to go out and become inventors. A lot of modern inventions, in fact, most modern inventions are coming out of this new field of mechatronics. Things like iPods and iPhones, and basically adding intelligence into devices that were traditionally more passive. And so I'm trying to encourage the students to become more creative, and I found the best way to do that is just by giving them open-ended projects. And I think, as you can see by some of the guitars and musical sounds and stuff they've come up with in these projects, that they really do have a lot of fun, and they get into projects more if they've got creative license within them. It's not just kind of set up ahead of time exactly what they have to do to solve the problem. And I'm hoping that the students will go off and actually develop the technology of the future with these tools that we're teaching them here at the University of Virginia.
For our guitar, we made Sonic the Hedgehog, and so what we think is really cool about the guitar is we used some of the 3D printers over across the hall, and we printed mini Sonic heads that are the knobs for volume. And so for our music,
we'll call it Mozart's 40th Symphony, but you'll shortly find out that's actually not what it is. So it's a meme that many of you have probably heard. Been Rickrolled mechatronics style.
So we initially started off the design process. We were just brainstorming with the ASME group, and we came up with the idea of making a rotunda body. And so a few of us just sat and spent a couple weeks on the computer and the design CAD software, and just hashed out this idea. So we have a full model on the computer. And so once we had that squared away, we took it over and took our 2 blocks of mahogany. We had a long block for the neck and then a larger, thinner block for the body here, and we put them in the CNC machine across the hall. And it took about, I think, a full 24 hours to cut this out, and then I think the neck was closer to like 12 or 15 hours.
A lot of time. Yeah, and basically what it does is, we modeled it in Inventor software, but the CNC machine uses a milling bit, and basically, for the body itself, you put the piece of wood flat in there, and actually uses a milling bit, and it goes through and cuts out in certain paths what you don't want, and you're left with this. So we were able to get really cool, intricate designs with that. And obviously, after that process is done, there's a lot of sanding and tweaking afterwards, which takes a lot more time than we thought. But yeah, we were able to get this really cool design by having that awesome tool, which us as undergraduates are able to use. So
one cool thing we did while we were modeling it is we did a finite element modal analysis, which pretty much tells us what the guitar resonates at, and so we were able to adjust the model to where it resonates at a concert A, so it resonates more in a musical tone.
So basically what that does is, when you play guitar, you can even feel, in fact we can feel when we play, the body actually is vibrating at a certain frequency, and when you do this analysis, you can get it very, very close to the point where where it's vibrating is kind of in sync with the notes of the guitar, so it becomes a much more vibrant tone. And actually, this is how guitars are made. Not only when we do them, but like really nice guitars are made this way. So even when playing, I just remember the first time we hooked it up, and like we just pulled a few all-nighters trying to get this thing together, and finally we put the pickups in and hooked it up, and I was just blown away how amazing it sounded. So yeah, definitely. So yeah, it sounds really nice. You want to play a tuner tune if you want. So yeah,
Sweet.
that's that.
Did they make you play the good old song?